Luke and Naomi.
It is. Like, you're gonna have to start doing something. How about that? Yeah, you guys. I've got too many buttons to
Listen,
press.
I've had years of having to push all the buttons.
That's right.
Not anymore.
That's right. I forgot.
I'm retired.
I forgot the microphones this time. It is Luke and Naomi. That's right. Welcome into Luke and Naomi on air, featuring Naomi's Under a Rock reviews. We're at episode 142 on this fine June evening. Thanks for joining us. We are live, of course. That's why I'm mentioning, what day and time it is. So if you're listening to this after the fact on the podcast, don't forget you can join us live every Monday night, every-ish Monday night.
Almost every Monday.
At about 7:30. That's another ish as well.
That's an ish, yeah.
7:30-ish on the YouTube
We're
channel.
pretty close. I would say we're usually here by 7:35.
We do good.
Yeah.
We do pretty. It's a priority on our Mondays. That's
Yeah.
We're like, Monday Night Football, but it's Luke and Naomi. How about that? Sometimes better, because, man, them games, they've been putting on Monday Night Football, I got to tell you.
No comments.
All right. Well, welcome in episode 142. We got Dazed and Confused coming up. I'm excited. I was excited, at least, to watch the movie. I don't know how excited I should be with Naomi's review. If she's going to like it. If she's going to not. Did the nostalgia get you? Are you into it? But who knows? Because
you have to wait and see.
I don't think I've watched this movie in a good 10, 15 years, which is, yikes. This was the biggest movie of my senior class. That was like our class movie.
Okay.
We all knew it. We all liked it. A whole bunch of us just loved it way too much. Wanted to, be those guys and have those parties and all of that stuff. So excited to get to your review in a little bit. If you don't know who we are, I'm Luke Austin. That's Naomi Lynn. I've seen a whole bunch of movies. Naomi's catching up.
Getting there.
Doing really good, too. You can see our whole list of all the movies she's watched on
There's a lot.
our Spotify or Apple Podcasts or, of course, our YouTube channel. And while you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe everything because that helps a lot.
Yes.
For sure. So if you've seen Dazed and Confused, relive your first watch through Naomi's eyes. If you've never seen it either, should you check it out?
I'll let you know.
I'm just saying, yes, it's up there for me. It's like one of my favorites. Again, watching this for the first time in a long time, was like running through all the lines with the movie. I couldn't believe how much I actually remembered, like intricate details and stuff too. So that was definitely really cool. I think we might be rolling with an echo again. Let me just make sure.
Oh no.
No, it looks like we're okay.
Okay.
Looks like we're okay. All right.
No.
So over the weekend we had a pretty normal-ish weekend.
It was a great weekend.
Little
we did
exciting.
a lot of stuff.
That's right. The more I'm thinking about it, the more we did. Yeah, Friday night. What you tell them?
We went, so Eagles Dare, downtown Wilmington, does free concert Fridays, which is really awesome and is a great way to get out, watch some live music, and it's free. Why not?
Heck yeah. Shout out to Joe and everybody at the Eagles Dare. They do a great job with that.
Yeah, and their lineup is always great. So Friday, they had Mock-Talica, and it was a Metallica tribute band, obviously.
Killer.
They did phenomenal.
Really
they
good
were
job.
so much fun, and just screaming along to the lyrics and all of that.
I am kind of surprised you have a voice.
I know.
Nice job on the recovery there.
But you can hear that it's not back to normal yet. Every once in a while, there's a little squeak that gets in there,
Gets a little pinch.
Yes. But that's okay. It was totally worth it, and I didn't completely lose my voice. So good on me for that one. And then we had a beach day.
And we had a beach day on Saturday. I threw my back out right before we went. That was great.
Day. Yeah, that was fantastic.
Awesome.
I didn't even think we were going to make it.
I woke up to the sciatica flare up. I must have, too much on the blacktop, bouncing around to the music or something like that.
Yeah.
Woke up to that. Thankfully, from experience, there's all the stretches that I've picked up over the years and all that stuff. And there's actually a new one that I found that gave me a whole bunch of relief. So we were able to have a successful beach day on Saturday.
All day beach day.
Very successful because I had my proud neighbor moment, my State Farm like a good neighbor moment. We did because it wasn't just me.
No, but you really well, this was a moment for you. I mean, there's no
awesome.
Other way to describe it. It was
awesome.
a moment.
So we have a beach tent for shade and all that, and it's called a Nesso tent. And if you're a beach person, you got the gear and all that stuff, you know what it is. There's a Shibumi and then the Nesso tent, and basically it's wind aided, and you use sandbags and then a couple of poles to help. We've got in pictures all over. If you've seen any of our pictures on Instagram or Facebook and stuff, you can see what it looks like. Shout out to Nesso, by the way. If they want to sponsor us, I'm here for it because I love this thing. We've had it since 2021.
Yeah, we also need a new one.
We also need it because we've worn it right out.
We have. I mean, it's gone on hundreds of beach trips at this point, you know, and it's just starting to get a little thin.
But it's absolutely awesome. Nesso.com.
Yes, it's awesome.
Not a paid advertisement, but if you go to the beach or you know, you need a cool shade every now and then, they've got them for like the sideline for sports
If you
games
want
and
a
stuff. It's
shaboomy,
really awesome.
but you don't have to worry about whether it's windy or not,
There you go.
Nesso.
There you go. So there's a slight, just a knack. You know, you got to set it up a couple of times before you really get the hang of it. And it's really not a lot. But watching somebody struggle while mine's set up perfectly and having them look over at us and going, well, look at theirs and all that stuff. So we're coming out of the water, getting a nice swim, watching this couple set up their Nesso tent and just having a little bit of trouble. And part of me wanted to mind my own business. Right?
No, be a good neighbor.
But yeah, I went all State Farm on them. Actually, I went all Progressive on him.
I figured that's what we're getting at. It's Progressive.
It really is Progressive. I went all Progressive on him because, like, here's how you do it. But I walked up to them casually to offer to help. I didn't go over there and try to do everything. Gave them a couple of pointers. They got their set up really, really nicely.
It was great.
So that's super cool, right? They were very thankful. It was awesome. Really nice people.
Yeah.
Well.
Like an hour later. That.
We're back in the water. Happened to look up, and it doesn't matter. And happened to look over, and there's another set of people setting up a Nesso tent with what also looked like the first time. And my instinct went, do I get up? And I went, hold on. Let me see if neighbor guy, who I just taught how to do it, notices and takes care of him. And just as I kind of finished pointing this out to Naomi, the dude looked over to me and like pointed to them, and I gave him the thumbs up, and he got up and went and showed them how to set theirs up. So then we're in the water later on, and I look up, and there's just this line of perfectly set up Nesso beach tents. You know, all because
it was actually really
of me
cute.
And Naomi, of course. And you know, shout out to Naomi as well, because she knows how to do it. So you were right there in the sand showing them how to bury the sandbag and take care of everything too. So that was our like a good neighbor moment for the weekend. That would be a definite love for the weekend. We used to do our love-hate list. So that was super, super cool. A lot of fun. Man, I love beach days.
Me too. I mean, we were out there from like 9:30 until 5:30. It was a full work day of a beach day. Yeah. It was fantastic.
That's right. Man, it was gorgeous. Can't wait to get back to the beach, but shout out to those folks. And he had seen us there before, too. The first set of neighbors was like, you guys here before? I'm like, have you seen those flamingos? Chances are. That's us. So that was really, really nice for the weekend. And then Sunday, we kind of did nothing, caught up on everything, and you spent most of the day on the phone.
I did. A lot of talking. Apparently, I'm just trying to ruin this voice completely.
You say that like it's like not a bad thing, but almost like, that was a lot. But I mean, it was your folks and your best friend, so why not?
Yeah, it was great. It really was great. I'm not, it wasn't a bad thing. I'm just exhausted. I need a nap. That's all.
I hear you.
Yeah.
One more thing before we get into our recurrent dose of Did You Know, some random facts. It is Monday night, and my New York Knicks are up 2-0 on San Antonio. Last episode, I was talking about my Patrick Ewing. There's my Patrick Ewing from when I was a kid. The arms move and stuff. This is really cool. I used to play with this all the time, and then my kid sister got a hold of it and put clay on it. So there's some remnants from that. But there's my Patrick Ewing, my New York Knicks. 2-0 in the finals. 2 more games to win. Let's go, fellas. We can do it. All right. Let's get to your recurrent dose of Did You Know? Got some random facts for episode 142. It is 142, right? I always just want to quiz you.
It's a bad idea.
And I'm on the wrong thing. Here we go. All right. Did you know that there are only 5 states in America with no sales tax? Do you know what states they are? Any guesses?
I used to know one, but...
Now you don't know any?
I'm going to guess Utah is one of them.
Utah is not one of them.
What? That's insane. Idaho?
Idaho, not one of them.
Okay, I'm done guessing.
Oregon, Delaware, New Hampshire, Montana, and Alaska. Nobody's in Delaware long enough to actually spend any money, so why have the tax there? It's just blink and you miss it. Did you know Singapore Airlines has a special compartment? You don't want to hear this. Oh, I'm sorry I started this. Did you know Singapore Airlines has a special compartment in some of its planes to hold a body if somebody dies on a flight? If you don't know, Naomi just not the best flyer. So, man, I should have thought about that earlier.
That's okay.
Well, there you go.
I've heard stories about what they have to do if somebody passes away on a flight. It doesn't help,
Anywho,
you know?
Did you know, we'll plow right through that one. Did you know Indonesia experiences more earthquakes than any country in the world?
Really?
Indonesia.
Did not know that.
I guess I wouldn't have a guess if I had to guess.
No.
I might guess the U.S. or something like that.
I would guess Japan.
Did you know, yeah?
Yeah.
Because of like the
I don't know. I feel like there's
'Cause of
always
their history?
tsunami warnings over there.
Pacific Rim and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know Nicolas Cage turned down the roles of Shrek? In Shrek, obviously. Neo in The Matrix. Harry in Dumb and Dumber. Aragorn in Lord of the Rings. Those all went to Mike Myers, Keanu Reeves, Jeff Daniels, and Viggo Mortensen. And all much better without him.
I was going to say, can't see him being Shrek.
No. And you know Shrek was originally Chris Farley, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, still, no, not Nick Cage.
That, you know,
Listen, donkey.
that'd just be a weird life we'd be living if that was the case.
It'd be terrible.
Nicolas Cage was Shrek.
The Matrix, too? I don't know.
Maybe, but it ended up better without him.
Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber is like, he was worried about that going in because he knew he was going to kind of get lost to Jim Carrey.
Right.
And had to actually, you know, like really act in that and stuff. Nick Cage in that, man. Like you said, it would be a strange world for any of these. And Aragorn in Lord of the Rings, just a hard pass. Hard pass on that one. I can't imagine he really was considered for that. That seems like made up to me. Anyway, did you know peacocks hunt, kill, and eat snakes? Yeah.
Huh.
They only actually eat them if they're hungry, though. But they will kill a snake if they see it.
Interesting.
Imagine it has to do with survival and the eggs and things like that, right? But
Maybe they're just mean.
really don't like snakes? Get a peacock.
Yeah.
There you go. Problem solved. How about that?
I like it.
That is your recurrent dose of Did You Know? Some random facts for episode 142. That brings us to the best time of the day.
Breakfast food can serve many purposes.
That's right. It's time for breakfast for dinner. If you don't know what that means, well, we started here on a morning show originally, so we like to do a little bit of that morning show magic, that morning show stuff, those goofy
We
things
missed
to talk
those
about.
days. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, being that the morning show was breakfast time, and right now it's dinner time, it's breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast food can serve many purposes.
It very much can, Ron Swanson. Thank you very much. So, speaking of breakfast, bread's a breakfast food. I'm sure some people would make
Toast.
the argument or agree
Yeah.
a little bit.
Toast. Toast is for breakfast.
I don't understand. I'm going to quote my dad right here on our Facebook page. Such poor reactions for the ends of the bread. And apparently this is a very... We're the only ones, Dad, the only ones that call the ends of the bread the crust piece. Everybody else calls it the heel or trash, apparently, which I didn't.
Garbage. I was going to go with garbage. Yeah.
I had no idea that people felt like so strongly against the end pieces.
There is a reason why I leave those in the bag of bread for you. They're trash, and I would just throw them away. But you're going to toast them up? Fine. You can have them.
My favorite is like the first time I told you I like those pieces, and then I watched you try to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with them because you know I like them.
I'm just trying to get rid of them because
it's so
again,
inconvenient for you. You don't have to try those like the smallest piece. And I don't like them that much. But I love them. They're the best toast. They're great toast because they get nice and crispy and they thin right up. And I love them. I've always liked that. Well, not always. I remember as a kid I hated them. But then I grew to really like them. So some of the answers we got here. I mean, vicious. I didn't know the best thing since sliced bread apparently because nobody likes the ends.
This is a serious debate here.
So I said, what do you call the end piece of bread? I put up a picture on our Facebook page, Luke and Naomi on air on
The
Facebook.
end, the butt.
Is that what the end or
The
the butt?
butt, yeah. The butt of the bread.
A lot of people call them the heel, which I have heard before. Heel or crust is what I would always go by. We got Billy's bird and squirrel food.
I like it, yes.
And then shout out to Rich and I believe Snowman, who both had a vulgar answer for this. It says it's called the whore because Nobody wants them, but everybody touches them.
I like that answer.
Which is, I don't know if Rich and Snowman even know each other at all, but they both came up with the same answer. Everybody touches it, but nobody wants it. Okay,
That's
apparently it's from a video that nobody's seen. So, let's see what else.
I liked it.
What else we got here? Koi says chicken feed. Mine love it. So
Yeah,
okay,
makes
I mean,
sense.
sure, if you don't like them, it's at
But
least
it's
you're using
not
it.
for me or you to eat. It's garbage. You throw it away. You feed it to the birds or the chickens. Like,
Yeah, at least you're not throwing it away. We got another heel. Lindsay said the butt.
yeah.
Randy says trash.
Yeah,
Just just right in the garbage. You're wasting food.
that's fine.
All right, Brandy says the heel. She's with you. She doesn't like him either. Dave says the heel. JD Lord. Shout out to JD Lord. She says the heel as well. Trudy says the heel. So, and like these people are from all over.
Yeah.
We had a small concentration in southeast New Mexico and West Texas.
Some in Michigan. You got some in New York.
We've had a couple of heel
Wilmington.
answers from New York. People hate them all over the country.
Yes, absolutely.
As well. Brandon Epler, shout out to Brando. He says trash because that's where they always end up. He says, we don't have chickens to feed them.
There you go.
Alicia says the butt. There's Snowman. He said they called it the heel too, but then he also gave us the horror joke. And Lana said heel as well. So here's my thing. They are wonderful. They are delicious. And I feel like if you're that big of a hater, you shouldn't be allowed to have buns. Because what's a bun?
It's not the same.
But like the whole loaf of bread. A bun
It's
is
not the
basically a
same.
miniature loaf of bread.
Nope,
And
not
I'm
the same.
saying, if you're hating on it that much, you're not allowed to eat buns anymore. Because that's the thing. That is absolutely
It's
the thing.
not the same. It's not the same. You're wrong. It's not the same.
It is absolutely. It is right along the same lines. And I'm just saying, if you're gonna hate it that much, you're not allowed to have buns anymore. You have to eat all your sandwiches, burgers, whatever else on just white bread.
I would be okay with that too, though. By the way,
All right, fine.
I'm fine with.
You would too.
I would. Yes.
You very much would.
I'm fine with that.
I'm just saying, you've all lost your bun privileges because you got to hate on the ends of the bread that much, the heels.
What are you worried about? Now you get more of them.
That's right. I got
You
a
get
bag of them in the
all
fridge
it.
right now.
Yes.
So there, I
Benefits
had to
you.
get that out there because first of all, no idea that there was so much vitriol. Like
Yeah, me either. I didn't realize it was so polarizing.
I thought it was like pop or soda. Just what's the difference? And everybody's like
Wait, no. Like, this is a hill we're all gonna die on.
torches
right
and
now.
pitchforks for the
Yeah.
ends of the damn bread. All
I
right.
don't want that crap.
Well, thanks for weighing in, everybody. Though that's the fun part. Just that everybody had something to say, and I love those guys that quoted. Apparently, a video they're gonna have to send us links to as well. Just
Not on the Facebook page though. Do it through Messenger.
one of the strangest things I've ever heard to call a piece of bread. But there you go. All right, what's a plop vacation? Do you have any guesses?
A plop vacation?
Plop, P-L-O-P vacation.
I don't like the
Plop?
way it sounds.
Plop vacation. Well, it might be just what most people need this summer. So this is freaking terrible, and I'm really walking into this. But think of me on vacation.
Oh, a plop vacation.
Now it
this
all
is
makes
starting
sense.
to make sense. Yeah, absolutely. Where you just plop down somewhere and not do shit.
That is
Okay.
pretty much what it's called.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what we're about. So this is now catching fire, becoming popular. So here's the thing.
Because we're all so freaking burnt out that we're like, oh, we need to go on vacation, but I can't do anything.
So here's the last whole bunch of vacations we went on. We DR twice, Costa Rica, and a couple other things. Generally, we try to get some stuff and do some exploring, some sightseeing, go and experience some of the culture and things like that.
You
love
have to.
love to do that. The last time we went to DR, I felt so bad for the guys who are selling the excursions and the things like that because there's some beautiful places to check out on that island.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did not want to move from the. I'm like, we're here for a week. If I take one day away and go do this, I won't get to sit in this chair.
I won't get to plop down
I
here.
won't get to plop down here for that much longer.
Plop.
And I thought, I had some feelings. I was like, well, maybe I'm kind of, am I wasting the vacation? Or am I really kind of getting what I paid for? It was a resort, all inclusive. We were eating, we were drinking, we were enjoying the loungers and the pool and
Yeah.
the music and all of that stuff. I really did not want to leave. And that got me thinking, like, I'm going to have to start really thinking about before we go on vacation. Is this well, now I have a word for it. It's
a plop vacation.
It's a plop vacation. Or what's the opposite of plop?
Adventurous?
Sure. Adventurous vacation. So it is a new travel trend, and it's gaining traction after, I guess, an author talked about it on their Instagram. The plop vacation. Fly and plop, plop and drop, flop and drop, whatever. Instead of cramming your full trip or your trip full of sightseeing excursions and packed itinerary, the idea is to basically just do what I did and sit there and get your money's worth out of the resort.
I get that, but I mean, if you're in a plop vacation, like, do it close to home and save all that money.
But if you want a tropical beach and you don't have one at home, just get a VR glass.
Yeah, I'm you know, because I feel like if you're going to spend that much money and go to like a different country or go further away from home, you at least got to fit in an adventure of some sort and not just plop the entire time, because then I do feel like you're wasting it. I mean, to each their own. It's your vacation. It's your money
then
and
you end
whatever.
Up kite surfing and breaking an ankle, and you just ruin the whole thing.
Well, that's you taking it too far.
Probably, yeah.
So, but I feel like, you know, yes, we all need those kind of vacations where you don't do a lot. Or, you know, we always look at it as the staycation.
Yeah.
You know, where we get 3 days off and we're like, we're not leaving the house.
We end up doing so much more things, even though we don't want to when that comes around, though. So, like, here, I've got all the time off from work. I don't have to work. I'm not at home, so I don't have to do any housework or things like that. I got everything taken care of for me. All the cooking, cleaning, is the washing, you know, all that's done. All I have to do is plop.
I don't know. I don't think you can do it for a whole week. I just, you know.
Not a whole week's worth.
No, do it for like a couple of days. Have your best vacation where you have a couple of plop days and then a couple of adventurous days.
It's a plop day.
It's a plop day. Yeah.
Start saying
better than an entire plop vacation.
A plop day.
Plop day.
Yeah, because I mean, you start spending, you know, whole weeks doing that. You're gonna be like, so what'd you do? Well,
nothing.
Nothing at all.
Absolutely nothing.
It's still gonna make some people jealous, though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, for real. All right. Well, another thing that's gonna make me feel really bad is
worse than plop days.
Worse than plop days, because those actually eventually make me feel good. And
I kind of want a plop day right now.
Just plop around. Mm-hmm. Now it's time to feel old. Yeah, and misery loves company, as my dad used to tell me. So I'm about to make y'all miserable too. And old. Somebody put out a list of bands that are now considered dad rock. Are you ready for this?
No.
I think if I had to throw a couple out there, I could see Creed being dad rock.
Yeah.
Maybe Incubus. But Incubus is on the list.
Ouch. That one hurts a little.
Foo Fighters.
I
mean, Dave Grohl's a dad, so whatever. And he's grilling for people and stuff like that. So, you know, he does dad things.
He's like the ultimate dad now.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I never would have thought of Korn as dad rock.
That's messed up.
That's really rough.
No.
Korn is dad rock.
No. I am not going to accept that. That I draw the line.
I should have had Twist ready to go. Just 50 seconds of Twist to go. Here you go, children, I guess. Go look up Korn's Twist after the show if you don't know it. Green Day.
That I can see.
But I mean, Billy's
that way.
Billy's in his 50s, something like that. Anyway, you know, still with the eyeliner. Good on him.
Yeah, it's a good look for him.
Yeah, The Offspring.
Okay, I can see that. I can still see that more than Korn. Like
Korn.
That's the level I'm at right now. Is like, how does it compare to Korn?
I've saved a couple. Weezer. What do you think about that one? Does that fit? You know, does that make some sense?
It does.
It kind of, which is sad because
it is sad.
Love me some Weezer.
Yeah, but we're all getting old. That's it.
Oh, what else didn't I say? A couple of bigger ones here. You're gonna love this one. Fall Out Boy, dad rock.
That is not dad rock.
First of all,
that is not dad rock.
Fall Out Boy is, you know,
I don't like this list.
so emo. Like, how could it be dad rock?
Right.
It just doesn't. It doesn't.
Dads aren't emo. That doesn't make any sense.
If dads are emo now, we're all doomed. You can't have emo dads. Where's that Facebook page? I'm gonna Google that after. Is there a Facebook page for emo dads?
I'm sure there is.
I'm gonna Google it. You know what I mean. Blink 182. It's going to round out the list. The number one on the list, by the way. I don't know if they're ranked. But the number one on the list, Blink-182.
Wow. I don't like that list
As
at
Dad
all.
Rock.
Just get rid of it. Done with it.
It is, and there's more too.
No, let's not. No, we
you
don't
wanna
need
see
to keep
more.
going. No.
Yeah, a lot of younger bands now that are considered dad rock, and they're not really. I guess they're not young.
No.
It's horrible, sad, and speaking of dad rock, if you could listen to one of those songs forever and get paid for it, would you do it?
Absolutely.
I heard this question, and it was actually floating around, I believe, Ask Reddit recently, which I found really entertaining because, well, we'll get to why in a second. You have to listen to one song for $1 million 500 times in 10 days. Can you do it? Are you doing it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What song?
It doesn't even matter. I'll listen to a good song. I'll listen to a bad song. I can make that work for $1 million.
500 times.
Yeah. I'll listen to the stupid chicken dance on repeat. I will be fine.
It's too far.
Give me that money.
That's too far.
It's a lot easier than ending up in the middle of the ocean for 30 seconds for 5 freaking years straight.
Speaking of which, when we were floating in the ocean, if you're not familiar with this, it's been a running question on the pod for the last, I don't know, month or two. Because I came across one of these hypotheticals about getting in the ocean 30 seconds a day for 5 years. And then you get
and then
like
you
a bajillion
win
dollars
like
or something like that.
$500 million or
It was a lot.
$5 million.
And I'm like, I could do it. I could float for 30 seconds. So when we were out in the ocean, we were swimming at the beach the other day. I just floated there. I'm like, see? How long has it been? I've been doing this for at least 30 seconds.
But also, you're so close to shore. Look at how much ocean is around us.
Nobody said
and
it's
you could
all
be,
open ocean.
You know. Yeah, but there's a lot of open ocean compared to not open ocean.
So that one you're not
I'm
doing,
just
but this
saying
one
your
you're
odds.
in. This one you're in for.
Yeah, absolutely. If you let me pick the song, great. I don't even. I'll put some Fall Out Boy there. You know, it'll be fine.
So I'm pretty sure I've done this.
I'm pretty sure you have too.
And that's why
I'm pretty
I like
sure
it.
you've done that to me.
I know I've done it to you. I am almost positive I've listened to a song 500 times in 10 days.
I believe it.
At least I've probably done it with a dozen songs.
Mm-hmm.
The face. I love that.
Oh, I know. Yep.
So where's my $1
Songs
million?
that I can't stand.
Anyway, check out the Facebook or Instagram page because I'm going to put that up there. You can throw up your answers. What song would you listen to? Could you do it? Would you do it? Could you not do it? Some people couldn't.
I know I could do it with any song.
Any song.
Any song. It would be fine. I could handle that. $1 million is on the line.
There's
I
a
could
couple
do
of
that.
songs. I wake up with like 3 recurring songs occasionally, and lately especially, that I they just drive me buggy.
But $1 million?
So the of Monsters and Men song, what was that called?
Little Talks.
Little Talks. I wake up with that in my head and I hate it. I can't.
I know you
stand
hate that
it.
song, yeah.
And then
I like that one. I could do that one.
What's the Miranda Lambert song? Gunpowder and Lead.
How do I know that's
I
that
open my
one?
eyes in the morning and hear County Road, whatever it is. I can't stand, like, you know.
$1 million though. Yes, you could. You could handle it. I have faith in you.
And then the Luke Bryan song's another one from like in the teens. What was it? I don't even want to think about it. I'm not even gonna attempt it.
You don't even want to go
No,
any further?
it makes my head hurt thinking about that. So let me know, what's your song? One song, 500 times, 10 days.
You get $1 million.
I would max that before 10 days. What is the math there? Can you do that fast enough?
No, jeez, no.
I was really counting on you. You really handle numbers well sometimes. Think of it as
Not
money.
on the spot.
Think of it as money.
Oh, okay. Kind of like Kevin on The Office with the
Yes,
pies.
with the pies.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, 42 pies times 72 pies is this. What if they were salads? No, that doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
That math doesn't add up.
Chat, you can answer right now if you want to.
Yeah, if somebody wants to
I'll
get the
holler.
calculator out and figure
One
that out.
song 500 times in 10 days. You get $1 million. What's the song? Are you doing it? Can you do it?
I think I would do a version of like Let It Snow, because I believe Let It Snow is one of the shortest songs that you can do like 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Now you're
so
cheating.
you can get it done and over with.
Well, in that case, I'd go with like the Blur song number 2. Woohoo! Because that's only like, I believe that's like 1:58.
There you go. Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It's not cheating. You're just playing the system.
Yeah.
It's not cheating.
You're gaming the system. It's gamesmanship.
That's right.
That's right.
Somebody figure it out for us?
No, my dad's answering what he woke up with in his last. It's not what I asked you for. I can't read it because the chat window. That's once it gets long, it goes to the other side of the screen, so I can't see it. I can't see it all right now, but I know though. For whatever reason, just wait, and why? I don't like that song. Leave me alone. It's my own brain.
I feel like the
Give me like
harder
Radar
you,
Love or something.
No, I feel like the harder you fight that, the worse it's gonna be for you. You're going to continuously wake up with that song or others that you can't stand.
Filthy Kyle says he's going with Whip It. Whip It good. Little
Yes.
Devo. Little
Devo?
500 times in 10 days.
Again, $1 million. It's fine. You can do that with any song.
Or is that the one that you wake up with? Now we veered off into this, so I might as well try to... Oh, I can't. I know the song popping. I'm trying. I'm sorry. But yeah, so... That's probably...
Come on.
Can't do
Come
it.
on.
Sorry. Dead air. Can't do it. One song, 500 times, 10 days. What's your song? Whip It Good. Now that's going to be stuck in my head for the next 10 days.
That's fine.
$1 million. That is going to do it. We'll go from Devo into Aerosmith, Sweet Emotion, some 70s rock.
I was going to say you could go into Led Zeppelin. Dazed and Confused.
Oh, you know, they tried to get that song for the movie.
I'm not surprised. It would make sense.
Led Zeppelin famously really tough to get licensing for their songs. Jimmy Page actually signed off on this. Robert Plant shut him down. Wouldn't let him use Dazed and Confused to open or close the movie. They actually wanted to do that. So I spoiled a trivia answer already from after the movie. Got some Dazed and Confused trivia coming up after Naomi's Under a Rock review of Dazed and Confused. 1990, I don't care. It's a great movie. Let's go.
Yeah. Give me some music, though.
You need some music? Is that bed dead? There you go.
That's a little bit better.
Yes, the very
Quiet,
dramatic
but I got it.
review bed. Let's do it.
So I'm going to start by saying these aren't great notes because this movie, there's not a lot of context for the notes. And also there's way too many characters.
Yeah.
There's 80 freaking kids that you're following around here. I think I got 2 kids' names. The rest of them is just that guy and that other guy, and
I'll help with that
whatever.
as we're going. Let me ask you though, like, is this which one was harder, JFK or Dazed and Confused? Because it's just a lot of talking.
Yeah, JFK was probably harder when it comes to that stuff.
I remember
because
getting yelled at for making you watch JFK. It's like, I can't believe you made her do that.
Which I was glad to watch the movie, and you've watched it so many times, so it helped, having that understanding and everything. But it was hard to take notes because it's like, is this conversation important?
They all are.
Well,
even more so
how
in
do I
Dazed and Confused.
sum that up? Yeah, I don't get real into the conversations in this movie.
Like I said at the
but
top.
I'll let you fill in the middle pieces.
I
there.
absolutely will. Like I said at the top, I remembered so many intricacies of this movie that it blew me away.
Yeah. So it's the last day of school. We're meeting some of the high school kids. A big party is going to be going on. We've got some, stoners and jocks, a few dweebs we meet. But it looks like everyone kind of gets along fairly well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, right?
Like everyone's going to be at this party. We also have a small group of junior high kids. They're going to be freshmen, and of course the high school students are ready to haze them. One of them is the younger brother of a cooler girl, Jody.
Jody.
Yeah. I didn't write that down in my notes. I just remembered that.
Nice.
She specifically asked the high school boys to go a little easier on her brother, which that's a terrible idea. We
Big
all know
mistake.
you don't do that.
Still to this day, it's like, what are you doing? Come on.
Yeah. Apparently the high schoolers are going to paddle the freshmen. That's like their hazing thing.
That's right.
We also have the jocks
Can you imagine? First of all, can you imagine?
Yeah, it's just kind of weird, but whatever.
Texas,
you know?
man. It's Texas. I don't know. I don't know if that has to do with
answer-
Texas
no,
or...
I'm just kidding.
That makes sense to me.
We also have the jocks who need to sign this pledge with their coach that they'll abstain from drinking and doing drugs. And the quarterback is like taking it all personal. He takes the pledge, ends up crinkling it up, throwing it in the grass, but one of his buddies picks it up, though. Thinking he's going to cool down. He'll end up signing this by the end of the movie anyways.
Most likely,
Oops,
right?
I was wrong.
No,
Yeah.
teenage angst. Come on.
I know. One of my favorite things, not that I want to get that far out of myself, but one of my favorite things is when the other high school girl is just kind of like...
It's Simone.
She's like, what's your deal? Like, you're acting like you're so oppressed by
big
this.
baby.
Just sign it and shut up. She was right, by the way. All right.
We'll circle back to that.
Yeah. But the big focus is it's the last day of school and there's going to be a big party happening. So soon-to-be freshmen are running to the cars to try to protect their butts from the seniors. Our main character, I believe he's going to be our main character here, Mitch. He's the one whose sister's like, hey, go a little easy on him. Him and his buddies are being chased by the upperclassmen. And that actually is a very crazy scene. Because, like, the underclassmen are making this quick turnaround during a side street. The seniors end up turning around and then driving through someone's yard to try to catch up to them. Like, that's a little intense. You're just going to paddle some kid.
Texas.
Like, insane.
Texas
Crazy
football.
times.
They're Texas football players. They're Texas high school football players. You've seen Varsity Blues. You know they can do whatever they want.
I've seen enough, yes.
My boy's too much for you.
As a couple of kids are running from their car, they're trying to make it to the house. One of the seniors is chasing them, but when he meets them at the door to paddle them, the mom comes out with a shotgun. Crazy. Love it, though.
That, by the way, Ben Affleck's debut, I believe. His film debut.
Weird.
As O'Banion.
So weird.
Yeah.
He looks young and weird. I did not
He
like
actually,
that.
he said about that movie, he's like, that didn't help me at all. Everybody else, like, played likable characters because I was the only not likable character.
No,
in that
everybody
movie.
hated him. Even his friends hated him in that
That's
movie.
right. Kind of a joke.
Yeah. In the meantime, the senior girls have their own hazing ritual for the soon-to-be freshman girls. That
Which would you
includes,
prefer?
Honestly, I'm not putting a freaking pacifier in my mouth. That's so weird to me. Cover me in food and whatever. That's
The
fine.
condiments, yeah.
I will go through the car wash. That's fine. But I'm not taking that pacifier. If it's got to be the whole thing, then fine.
That's where you draw the line.
That's where I draw the line.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
They're making them jump on the ground when they'd yell air raid, goofy stuff, hazing rituals, whatever.
Love the scene there where, I don't know if you're about to talk about this. It's Mike and Tony, and they're like the neurotic ones there. And they're talking about how stupid this whole thing is and whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, and apparently the community, not only condones it, but supports it. He goes, I mean, they're selling concessions.
Yeah.
Because it's at like a drive-through and stuff like that, which is
Why
kind
not?
of funny when you think about it.
Yeah. But yeah, like we mentioned, they get the girls get food thrown all over them. They get thrown through the car wash to get all cleaned up. Whatever. Big party's supposed to be happening at the Pickford's home.
Pickford's house.
Yep. His parents are supposed to be going out of town, but as they're loading up the vehicle to leave, a beer delivery guy shows up with the kegs. So Kevin, the kid, tells the beer guy, you got to be at the wrong address, kind of hinting that his parents are standing right behind him.
I love the dude's like, well, I was just trying to get here early. I dropped these off. See, I got something real cool lined up later. Oh, yes, sir. My fault.
Yeah.
Inconvenience for you.
I like that he does play
right?
along, He leaves with the beer, but the parents aren't having it. They're not going away for the weekend anymore, so party's a bust.
Leisure Suit Dad, shut it down.
I'm sure they'll throw the party at someone else's house or something. I mean, there's always another option.
Oh, yeah. But they do all kind of act like absolutely crushed, like it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, well, it is a huge letdown.
No, we
You've
gotta
got
figure
the
something
plans.
else out.
Yeah. So they end up getting Mitch after a baseball game, paddle him good, but another senior ends up taking him home and gives him a good talk. He invites him out with the guys later, tells him, it'd be a pretty cool move if you do show up and all of that. So he does. We've got all the kids getting in trouble on Friday nights. They're hanging out at the rec center, shooting pool, playing foosball, having a couple of beers, smoking cigarettes, the whole 9 yards there.
The Emporium.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other senior you mentioned, that's Pink. That's
Yeah.
Randy Floyd, who's like basically one of the other main characters here. So you got the modern day, kind of captain of the football team. Then you've got the next one in Mitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got
It
the
doesn't
old one.
matter. It really doesn't freaking matter. You have a group of jocks and some of their friends and all
Absolutely
of
matters.
that. It does.
And then
not
you've got the
matter.
old one that you're about to introduce right now.
Yeah, I don't even get into that at all. All right, so Mitch rides with the guys as they're getting a little destructive, picking up trash cans that are set up by the road, throwing them at mailboxes. They talk Mitch into throwing a bowling ball, which he ends up smashing a car window, which is absolutely hilarious. But, you know.
Very stupid kid things.
Yeah. And it's just that reminder that, like, you know, the times may change, but things
Kids,
don't
yeah.
actually change.
Kids dumb.
Yeah, kids are dumb. They do dumb
Yep.
things. They do destructive things. It just happens. All right. So our party is back on. Obviously, not at that one guy's house, but we're looking at getting some kegs together, and the party's going to be happening at a place called the Moon Tower.
Hell yeah, the Moon Tower.
Okay.
I don't know. It just seemed like an awesome place.
It was like a pole with some lights on it.
Yeah, but it was in the middle of nowhere. That's the whole
Oh,
point.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
In the meantime, Mitch ends up back at the rec center when a senior gives him some money, tells him to run over to the store, get a 6-pack. So while he's at the store, the clerk asks him, "You're 18, right?" Mitch says, "Of course. Just graduated today." Starts talking about work, all that. You know, he plays the part really well because he picked it up from that older...
Wooderson.
Yeah, guy.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
His first movie. All right, all right, all right.
He plays such a creeper.
Oh, yeah.
It's gross.
We know.
It's gross.
We know. Everyone.
Hey,
when we were in high school, there was
listen.
always a guy who was older. We just nicknamed that guy Wooderson at the parties. It's like, oh, he's Wooderson. That's, you know, don't worry about him.
They're always, yeah.
Yeah.
There is always a guy like
There's
that.
always a
But
Wooderson.
it's weird. Why would you agree to be that character in this movie?
He needed a job.
I guess. Apparently pretty bad.
He was great though. He nailed that role. He was perfect.
Yeah, he was creepy.
And yeah, he absolutely.
So,
right down to
anyway.
the mustache, by the way.
Mitch is at the store and talking with the clerk and everything, and he overheard
Wooderson.
creepy guy talking about working and all of that kind of stuff. So he basically used the same lines and everything. Again, played the part well, but he looks like a freaking child. He doesn't look 18. He doesn't even look close
Mitch?
to 18.
Yeah. No, he does, right? Yeah, for sure.
Like,
for sure. He
there's
looks
no
like-
way. I'd be like,
He's such a baby.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the clerk don't care.
Definitely wouldn't fly today, though.
Oh, absolutely
There's
not.
just no
Oh my
way.
God, he would have gotten arrested when he stepped foot in the door.
Yeah. So now we've got more different groups. Everybody's kind of cruising around, all that. It's really chill, you know? It's just a chill, laid-back movie, and that's what you get at this point. It's just like you're following these people around. It's leading up to the party and all of that, and it's just high school kids talking, hanging out, all of that. So we arrive at that pinnacle point, you know, the party. People all getting together. We're in the woods. There's some kegs, people smoking, groups intermingling. I mean, we have one guy who makes a comment about weed, and it almost starts a fight, which later it does start a fight. I mean, that's your Mike and Tony, or
Yeah, Mike and Tony. Well, Mike and Clint is the
yeah,
two
Clint
guys that
is
end
the
up
one
fighting.
that takes his shirt off
Yeah.
because he's ready to fight. Because there's always that tough guy,
Which is
you know?
Nicky Cat, by the way, and I think he died recently, which is crazy.
Crazy.
But yeah, Nicky Cat in
Yeah.
that scene, and Adam Goldberg.
But yeah, so you got all these people, you know, intermingling, all of that. But everyone's pretty chill. It's fun scenes to watch, you know, people getting a little toasty and all of that. Groups start breaking off. You know, the jocks make their way to the football field to smoke and talk more about the pledge that they don't want to sign and whatever, you know, that whole thing. My favorite part there when the girl is like, you know, "You're not oppressed. Stop being a baby."
Yeah, you're basically kings of the school.
Right.
And you're whining about signing a piece
I
of
gotta
paper.
sign a piece of
Yeah.
paper.
And she's like, you know, come off it, man. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Doesn't work though. He still is like a little baby about
Joey
it all.
Lauren Adams. I know at least one person in the chat who was obsessed with that girl. At least one.
At least one.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Okay.
the chat right now.
Okay.
Looking at you, chat. Looking at you.
Unfortunately, while they're out on the football field, they get caught while they're out there, but the coach comes to bail them out, thinking he's making a case for a star football player. It doesn't work, though. Coach calls his friends losers, and, of course, the quarterback isn't having that.
That's right.
What's he do? He, like, wrinkles up his pledge and, like, throws it at the coach or
Yeah,
whatever.
perfect pass, by
Okay.
the way. Perfect
Yeah.
pass. Perfect pass.
The
Right with
rest of
truck.
the rest of the kids are getting dropped off at their home. Sun's about to come up. It's getting light out, all that. We see these romances that just started blossoming and all of that. Our main kid Mitch comes back home. Sister's telling him like, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Like, if I stayed out this late, like, I'd be dead.
I love that whole little interaction between, older sibling and younger sibling. Like, come on, man, I can't believe you're out this late. They would have killed me if I did that. And then now it's just like, no, it don't matter.
No, he walks in, and of course, Mom lets it slide. And, it's more like, well, next time. And she even asks, are you drunk? And he's like, no, and obviously he is. Puts the headphones on, and all is right in the world.
Little fog hat to take us out.
There you go.
Which could have been Zeppelin, but
could have been, but wasn't.
Would have been. All right.
See, you didn't need characters' names through there.
You didn't need no Mitch Kramer or Don.
I got Mitch.
Benny or
I got Mitch,
Melvin?
and I got Jody.
O'Banion. That was Ben Affleck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, yeah, I know. It is a tough one when there aren't these big, crazy, defining scenes and things like that to write down.
But you don't need that in this movie. This movie is a nice,
That's right.
chill movie where you're just following 80 freaking kids plan their night and end up all at the same party. That's not like the teen party movies of today where it's a wild house party.
Yeah. What's
everything gets broken.
What's the one, Project X or something like that? That one was insane. And
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. That is gonna be that's gonna do it for your reviews, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Trivia first or your questions first?
Yeah, trivia's fine.
Trivia's fine. All right. Yeah. Filthy Kyle in the chat says all-time hangout movie. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. It absolutely is. Super nostalgic for me, which is one of those, when I've seen it a million times, it hits differently than you watching it for your first time in 2026, which is the whole point of the podcast. So a couple of trivia hits from this movie. I've got a few because whatever. Reportedly, a sixth of the budget was spent on acquiring the rights to the 1970s hits for
Makes
the soundtrack.
sense. There was some good songs.
Which is why, I didn't play any of them for the show because I don't want YouTube to take the video down.
Yeah,
because,
we'd be done for.
Yeah, who knows who's cool with YouTube and who's not. Affleck's car, O'Banion's car, is a 1973 Plymouth Duster 340. That's the one that's primer gray. Kevin Pickford's car, my favorite car in the whole world, 1970 Pontiac GTO Judge. I don't know if I really dig the color scheme on it, but it is just a gorgeous car. It's an all-timer. All-timer for me. The F word used 59 times throughout the movie.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
59. When the kids are building the paddles in the beginning, when they're running through the last day of school and all that stuff, you see the kids finishing up the paddles and not. The sleeping teacher in shop class is a real teacher at the school where they filmed who, whenever these trivia questions were written, still worked there well after the release of the movie.
Cool.
Yeah. Wooderson, based on Matthew McConaughey's older brother. So Matthew McConaughey's character based on his older brother, which is why he nailed the role so well. How about that?
That's weird.
A little
I don't
weird,
think I'd
right?
want to admit to that, you know?
So although Wooderson, the character, is a creepy grad who still hangs out with the high school students, McConaughey was actually younger than a whole bunch of the cast members that were playing teenagers, including Don, Simone, and Parker Posey's character of...
I don't remember what her name was.
Dingus McGee, whatever.
Yeah.
The beer that was drank by most of the cast, excluding the minors, was real beer. With the exception of Jason London, who played Pink. He didn't want to drink on set, and he was also trying to stop smoking, which didn't make it through a couple of scenes.
I was going to say, probably didn't help this movie, you know?
Yeah. For my Dazed and Confused addicts out there, if you notice when you're watching the movie, Pickford and Pink don't really talk a lot during the movie, and that is because the actors didn't get along at all during filming. At one point, the director had to break them up from fighting.
Interesting.
It actually changed the ending. Pickford was going to be driving to get the tickets instead of Wooderson.
Ah.
So it explains their almost total lack of dialogue, despite sharing several scenes, including in Pickford's bedroom.
Yeah.
Which is just weird. On Thursday, October 7th, 2004, Bobby Wooderson, Andy Slater, and Richard Floyd, former high school classmates of the director, Richard Linklater, sued Universal Studios, saying that Linklater didn't get permission to use their likenesses and surnames.
Wow.
The three men still live in Huntsville, Texas, where, according to the lawsuit, we had fun in high school. A lawsuit eventually dismissed because the statute of limitations was expired. But the movie was basically shot in and around Austin, and then it was about kind of his experiences in Huntsville. Again, Texas. All of the wooden paddles were custom designed by the cast members themselves.
Gotta have some fun.
Yeah, if you look again, one says 17 years because it notes the year difference between the movie's release and the movie's setting.
Okay.
I said this to you while we were watching the movie, but in the scene where Affleck freaks out, he gets the paint dumped on him, O'Banion and all that, Ben actually breaks his ankle.
Oh, yeah, yep.
As he's smashing the paddle or whatever.
Yeah.
As he's getting into the car. And you can see it. He rolls his ankle and then pivots on it. And it's like, I've noticed that every single time now, and it's just terrible.
Interesting.
And finally, this one is for Filthy Kyle and Mike Roto Baggins. I got to know if you noticed anything at all about Mitch Kramer. When you're watching Mitch throughout the movie, did you notice anything at all about Mitch Kramer?
Probably not the answer you're looking for, but it drove me nuts how much he'd just touch his face all
Yes! That is the answer.
Okay, so I'm done. I win.
Absolutely nailed that one. Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, do we have a reason for that?
No. That's just Wiley Wiggins. It was like his first movie. It was a nervous twitch or whatever there is.
But there was so much of it.
That's yesterday in the span of an hour. I got that twice. Kyle said that to me. Him and I were texting back and forth. And then that is that is exactly the answer in the chat right now. That is correct. Yeah. And then literally
I passed the test.
An hour later on our Facebook page, Mike was like, ask her if she noticed how many times he touched his face. So in the Emporium scene alone, this is the last trivia question we have, in just when they're standing out in front of the Emporium and Mitch is talking to Sabrina, the girl that gets hazed. Yeah, 13 times just in that scene alone.
Yep.
So there you go.
He's always touching his face, moving his hair behind his ears and rubbing his face and grabbing the bridge of his nose. Yeah, it was absolutely annoying. I think I wanted to smack him, but
all right, I'm so happy, and I love that you're like, oh, it's probably not the answer you're looking for. Absolutely, the answer that we were looking for.
Perfect.
I can't wait till Mike hears because I don't know if he's watching live or not. But yeah, I don't even know what else to do now. I'm over the moon. That's super.
We've
perfect.
got some questions we can get to.
Naomi was not teed up for this at all. I told her there was a question asked that I'm gonna be surprised if she gets.
You just said something like, "I'm glad you're not on Facebook right now."
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Because
and
she
you're
didn't
like,
know.
we'll get to it during the review, and I'm like, okay.
I'm so pumped
Whatever.
that you got that. All right, let's get to your review
Me too,
questions.
to be honest with you.
Nailed it.
Ballin'.
Absolutely. That's right. Claim it. Speaking of balling, we got about 15, 20 minutes here.
We've got plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Let's get to your review questions, starting with, did you like it?
I did like it. It was a fun, chill movie,
That's
you
right.
know, and like you said, yeah, I didn't grow up watching this, but it does give you that nostalgic feeling, of being a kid and going to the high school party and, everybody kind of getting ready for it and whatnot. Like, it just, it brought back like the young, innocent days,
Which is exactly what it's supposed to do. That's why he did
works.
it and all of that stuff. So awesome. That's relieving. I'm glad you liked it. Did you have a favorite line or quote or anything from the film at all? It can't be all right, because you just blew by that character.
It definitely is not that. I could not have to deal with that character at all. Plus, because all these things get wrecked because of spoofs and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think of Family Guy and
I was wondering.
Brian,
I was wondering,
just doing that.
The No More Mr. Nice Guy scene when they first bust Mitch Kramer.
Yeah.
After the baseball game.
Yeah.
Family Guy recreated that exact scene.
Yeah.
To the detail.
Yep, I remember that.
I was wondering if you did while we were watching the movie.
It seemed familiar, but now that we brought up Family Guy, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, full on.
But no lines that really stuck out like that. Again, I really like the girl giving him a hard time. Like, you're not oppressed. Stop it.
All right, this might be a tough one. So we did go. What is the your favorite? Did you have a favorite character? If you could pick, oh, that's what we just got asked. Yeah, that's a standard question, standard operating procedure. Filthy. What's your favorite character? Did you have one?
I don't know. I mean, Mitch would be up there if he stopped rubbing in his face so much. But
I've always been partial to Randall Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Wooderson? No?
No, absolutely not. That is like the worst character. And then Ben Affleck's character is pretty bad. 'Cause
What
he's
about
just,
Slater?
Like, Slater's fun.
Slater's
Yeah,
great.
let's do Slater.
Why
Yeah,
not,
he's
right?
fun
Yeah,
and
you forget
like
about
he
fixing
just
to be a lot better, man. Like, come on,
Yeah.
that's like the best line in the whole movie, right there.
And there's always, there's always that one kid, but he was always fun. So, yeah, Slater. Slater's the best character in this
That's
movie.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. Easily
Yeah.
the best character. They're some of them
Like
all
the
have
cops
good...
when they got busted on the field and the cops like calling him over and stuff, and
Yeah.
he just got this bag and he just kind of puts it behind him. And he's just like, whatever.
That happens.
Like, what are you doing? Like, put it in your pocket, man.
That
What the
happens
hell?
twice too, because when they're at Pickford's house and he's buying dope from him, and then the
Yeah.
parents bust in, he's just like he's still like trying to see if it weighs heavy or
Yeah,
something like that.
he's making sure it like,
they're like, "Put
weighs
that
out. And they're
away."
like, what are you doing, dude? Yeah,
Alright.
Slater for sure. Best
Slater
character.
for sure. Right on. Rory Cochrane, which we've seen him in a couple of movies since.
The name sounds familiar.
Smaller roles, like whatever. But I've pointed him out, and I'm like, hey, that's Slater.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Cringe level. Was there? Did you get cringy at all from it?
No, I mean, there's a couple moments where, especially with the girls with the hazing and stuff like that, and it's, will you marry me? I'd do anything for you.
Oh, okay,
Spit or
yes.
Swallow,
Don.
So,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, whatever, but it's not, it's nowhere on the cringe level scale of some of the other movies we've seen.
Right,
So, I would give it like a 0.5, if that, on a scale of 10.
All right.
It's like nothing there.
Right now, I'm laughing at the chat because Kyle's over here going, "Chick you later." Slater, oh, why you guys do that, man? You sound like such a dork.
I didn't think it sounded that dorky when
See?
you said
Look
it.
at it. Works on chicks. See? Chick you
I-
later.
I thought it was cute.
Oh, that's wonderful. Let's see here. Discomfort level. Did you get uncomfortable at all? Same
No,
thing
not
with
really.
the cringe, right?
Just the-
well, that's in there for
Just
it's
the alright guy.
usually one of the one or the other. We ask in that
Yeah.
one. What did you know about it?
It was gonna be a party movie, teenage party movie.
All right, thoughts going in.
Not a whole lot. I assumed it was gonna be chill. It was chill. It was exactly the kind of watch I was looking for. And again, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier. Like that's a good teenage party movie. I hate the direction we have gone in with
Yeah.
teenage party movies, where it's just like, how raunchy and crazy can we take it?
Right.
Where somebody drives a car into the pool or something like that. Like, it doesn't have to get that destructive. You know what
No.
they did? They broke a couple mailboxes and threw a bowling ball.
That's right. That's right.
That's more my speed, I guess.
All right. What surprised you?
There's nothing surprising
The
in this
bowling
movie.
ball.
That's just funny.
Maybe the bowling ball.
Yeah.
Would you have liked it more or less if you saw it when you were younger? Or if you watched this, in high school, would you have dug it a little bit more?
Probably.
Got into it a little bit, you know?
But then it would hold that place in my heart.
Yeah.
It would become one of those movies that I want to rewatch a bunch of times and relive those moments.
And then we wouldn't be here right now.
That's right.
Favorite part?
Favorite
part? What is a favorite part?
I like after Mitch gets his little paddling and
And then Pink is all cool to him?
yeah,
It was a great
and it's
part.
just basically like yeah, I know that guy can be a jerk and all of that kind of stuff. Hey, and it's the niceness. It's, hey, we're all going out, be really cool if you showed up.
Yeah.
And then he does, and it's just like they're taking the little freshman under their wings. I mean, you have the same thing with the girls when they drop the
Sabrina,
one girl
yeah.
off. Yeah, and they're just like, hey, there's a party tonight, you should go. It's just kind of cute.
Yeah, it is. That's nice, right? I love the conversation with Mitch and Pink in the car, and they're talking about O'Banion, and Mitch is like, the guy's a dick, and he's like, right? And Pink's
Is
like,
it okay to say it?
yeah, he's kind of a joke and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So, all right. Least favorite part?
All right.
For real.
Yeah.
Least favorite part? My least favorite part is Parker Posey. Just all of Parker Posey.
Really?
Yeah. And we just watched, well, not
White
just,
Lotus.
but White Lotus, and she's in that, and the whole time I'm just like, all I could think of was, air raid, bitches! And it's just like, no, Piper, no. Get the hell out of here.
I was fine with their character in this movie.
Maybe just hit a little too close to home for some people
I
we used to know
guess.
back in the day or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe.
Would you recommend it to someone else who hasn't seen it?
Yes.
You going to watch it again?
Yeah, this one I definitely would watch again.
All right. Would you stop and watch if it's on TV?
Sure.
Are you happy you watched it?
Of course.
Does it hold up?
Yeah, I would say it still holds up. Again, times may have changed, but kids don't.
Right.
I mean, you've got pieces of it. You're not going into the freaking grocery store or corner store buying a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah, that don't hold up.
You're not going to be out drinking somewhere in public.
Also,
like at the rec center or smoking like that. And you just no, that's not happening anymore.
Also, I want to throw in that Top Notch is still there in Austin. You can visit it.
Okay.
Like the original owner was there until '08,
Okay.
and then somebody took it over and kept it open. And the paddles from the movie are at that Top Notch.
That's cool.
And the beer. The one thing that I would say is a little bit different is they're buying 6-packs.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in high school, it was 30 racks. High school. After high school, gang.
There
After
you
high
go.
school.
There
yeah,
you go.
after high school. Yeah. But it was 30 racks instead of 6-packs.
Right.
Take care of everybody.
You have the little kegger in the woods and
That's
all
right.
of that.
That's right. Yeah, we
a lot of that stuff still
Not
still
rolling those
holds
things
up.
around.
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff still holds up. The certain aspects of it may have changed, but kids still go out and party. They all get together. They make those precious memories.
Tell you
and
what,
all
wish
of
I could have
that.
had one of those cars in high school, though.
Nope, sorry.
That is absolutely for sure. That GTO Judge is just amazing. Trans Am was sick, too, that Clint drove. I mean, all of them. Let's be serious. Pink's El Camino.
There were a lot of nice cars in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Benny's Silverado. Just all of them. They're just wonderful. All right, that's got to do it for the nostalgia. That's got to wrap up
Yes.
all of the Dazed and Confused stuff. Thank you for watching Dazed and Confused. Thanks for hanging out with Naomi's Under a Rock review of Dazed and Confused. Literally had people when we posted on the socials the other day that this is the movie we're going to watch go, you haven't seen that movie? And I had to say, y'all, it's why we call them Under a Rock reviews.
I got there, though. Only took 142 episodes to get there.
That's right.
That's it.
That's 142.
No more, no less. Luke, No, you're not gonna leave us with a laugh yet. It's time
Not
for
yet.
thought of the day.
Thought of the day, thought of the day. It's your thought of the day, thought of the day.
I got a really horrible one for you today.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, everybody. All right.
Tell Patrick Ewing.
8 hours of sleep a night sounds fine, right? But that means 2,920 hours of sleep a year, which means you spend 121 days a year asleep.
Fine with me.
121 days out of the year you're sleeping.
Oh, in the summers back in the day, I used to double that easy.
Sorry to the rest of you.
Easy.
Luke, are you going to leave us with a laugh?
I am going to do my best. Are you ready?
Nope.
What's blue and not very heavy?
I don't know.
Light blue.
That's stupid.
Cover your face in shame because you're laughing secretly.
No. No shame.
An older man and young boy are walking through the woods at night. Little boy says, I'm scared. The man says, you're scared? I got to walk back by myself.
That's creepy.
All right. Two cows are talking. One says, hey, did you hear about that mad cow disease? The other one says, yeah, good thing I'm a helicopter.
That's so stupid. How can you laugh that hard about that?
Helicopter, helicopter. We'll throw back for the Roswell folks there. How about that? All right, that's got to do it because I got to go watch the Knicks now. Where'd he go? There's Patrick Ewing. All right.
Where'd he go?
He couldn't get far. His legs taped to the board.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hopefully Knicks in 4, but let's go Knicks either way. It's going to do it for episode 142. Luke and Naomi on air, featuring Naomi's Under a Rock review of Dazed and Confused. Thanks for hanging with us for another one. We will see you next week. Shout out to the chat. You can chat live with us each and every week when we're live 7:30 Eastern, YouTube. Ish. It's every week-ish. It's 7:30-ish.
Ish.
You know, right there. But
Yeah.
give us a follow on Facebook and Instagram. We'll keep you updated on exactly when we're going live also. And don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you're on YouTube right now.
That's right.
Definitely appreciate it. Until next week, until episode 143, have some fun this week and be excellent to each other.
Love you. Bye.
Let's go, Knicks.